I love this because, like, so on the one hand, you have Russia getting their munitions, artillery from North Korea. On the other hand, you have Ukraine getting their munitions, artillery rounds from South Korea. Perfectly balanced as things should be. Okay? The fuck are we doing? What is happening? Kim Jong-un appears to be en route to Russia.
Here's where we begin. We begin on the breaking news this morning. Kim Jong-un appearing to be on his way to Russia right now to meet Vladimir Putin. A South Korean government official tells CNN it looks like the North Korean dictator is headed there on a train that departed from Pyongyang.
Now, moments ago, the Kremlin and North Korean state media
There's something so sick about having, like, global leaders outside of, like, America's sphere of influence linking up on trains. Like, I know, like, look, neither of these are good guys, okay? Make no mistake. But there's something so sick and so old school about, like, hopping on a fucking train to go see, you know, the leader of Russia. Like, it's dope. It's very World War I, yes, but also it's like cool. It's like you're like a Bond villain. You know what I mean? We never do shit like that. Last time Brandon went on a train, I think, when he went into Ukraine. Which, again, still cool. You know what I mean? It feels cool because they're not good people. It has big bad guy energy. Yeah, there is that too, actually.
confirmed the meeting would happen soon, but did not specify exactly when. You'll remember
Yeah, they're going to give more artillery. One of the world's last remaining largest stockpilers of artillery is linking up with someone that can offer them an economic olive branch beyond China, under the watchful eye of China.
Last week, U.S. intelligence warned Kim was planning.
Just curious, why is Kim Jong-un a bad guy? Wasn't Kim Il-sung pretty based? Every single person from the Kim family, and even like Kim Il-sung past, past a certain point, has not been great. He's not a good guy at all. He's not. I mean, these countries are very, North Korea, or rather Best Korea, or rather the People's Republic of Korea, is not exactly existing under like a decent leadership. There are countries, popular Korea. There are countries that live outside of the sphere of influence, that have much better forms of governance, that still get like the media treatment that they're vicious and awful and eat babies or whatever the fuck. Okay? However, I would not consider DPRK to be one of those formations.
To meet with Putin to discuss supplying weapons for the war in Ukraine in exchange.
You know damn well history and dialectical materialism to just reduce good to bad. Come on, man. No, I mean, they've done very well, all things considered. Okay? Not easy to overcome one, a light genocide, complete destruction of all matter of industry, recover fairly well originally, and then lose their biggest trading partner after the dissolution of the USSR, only to have massive famine while under complete blockade. They are no Vietnam. Brother, Vietnam is a very different circumstance than fucking North Korea. Vietnam is currently hosting Biden. Vietnam also hates China. Vietnam loves America. Vietnam has gotten aid from America. North Korea has never gotten any of those things. What are you saying? North Korea has been starved deliberately by the American dogs for, since its inception.
Exchange for satellite and nuclear submarine technology. Joining us now, Sumi Terry.
South Korea's economy didn't start overtaking North Korea's until 1993. Yes, like I said, North Korea was doing very well, all things considered, after having all of its like cities reduced to fucking rubble with help from the USSR until, of course, the USSR was no longer a thing.
Former North Korean analyst for the CIA. Thanks so much for being here and for your time. This is an incredibly consequential meeting. U.S. officials had been warning about this meeting. Now that we know it's in the midst of happening, what should people be looking for to come out of it?
Well, so first of all, I think the Biden administration leaked intelligence about their meeting, so to prevent this from happening. But obviously, we can do that because we don't have a lot of leverage.
Also, as far as people saying like, well, Vietnam allowed reforms and gave up on socialization in order to get loans. I think one thing that you're forgetting is that I don't think North Korea could have just been like, hey guys, we're going to implement austerity. Can you give us an IMF loan? Like, it doesn't work that way. Again, you're forgetting that normalization happened when the West allowed it. Well, with Vietnam is different anyway than China. Okay? Like, North Korea has never even been given that consideration or opportunity or any of that. They've just had all of their trade partners fucked nonstop until recently.
With North Korea because talks with Pyongyang has completely broken down. What's very concerning is the transfer of technology. Not only that North Korea is now going to be a supplier of ammunition and artillery shells to Russia's efforts, war efforts, it's Russia's technology for.
They're a theocratic monarchy, dumbass. Wait, first of all, that's my line. I say that they are closely resembling a theocratic monarchy if you consider Jusha to be like a religion. I know people get mad. I know people get mad when I say that because they're like, "Oh, you're doing like Western propaganda," but like, no, it's not. Does the KCIA even say that? Does the Korean CIA even say that they're a theocratic monarchy? I mean, do you guys think that it's like these guys are all democratically elected? Like, what's happening? Like, you don't think that they just happen to be the Kim dynasty that keeps getting elected? Is that what you think is going on? Yeah, according to Hakim. No, I don't agree with that. Like, I understand the necessity to have more stringent authoritarian, rigid measures in an effort to continue survival. It might be even what's best for your population to not allow, Western capital to like eviscerate your country. And all of the countries outside of America's sphere of influence and the outside of like the sphere of American imperialism, Western imperialism, oftentimes do have more authoritarian tendencies, some of which is a necessity for survival. And not only that, but America has authoritarian fucking tendencies in an identical capacity, one in times of war, like during World War II, or not even in times of war, like during the fucking Cold War, which wasn't a real hot war. America has been doing the exact same authoritarian things that they criticize their foreign adversaries for doing. And before you say, oh, what do you mean? We have freedom of speech? No, we don't. It's illegal to be a communist. It's also, I mean, technically it is. And also, it definitely was a rule that they acted on for a very long time. Just because socialism and trade unionism is like completely gutted in this fucking country does not mean that these laws are not in the books or were not acted on. Red Scare is a very real thing. They're just so successful that they don't even need to do it because dumbass Americans who think that they have assets and capital because they have a fucking busted down Honda Civic that was a hand-me-down from their fucking older brother who dream of being venture capitalists one day will fight their battles for them. It's so permanent that like there doesn't need to be a government agency actively undermining communism. We do it to ourselves now.
for North Korea's nuclear missile program. So that's very concerning. It's ironic and pathetic in a way that North Korea is now resorting to asking aid from, asking North Korea's help on this. But I think it's, North Korea has a.
I mean, who are you going to go to? Who has artillery? Who has like a damn near unlimited supply of shells? Motherfuckers who still use the fear of artillery fire as a protection mechanism, the DPRK. You know what I mean?
Runway nuclear program.
I thought they were already giving them
that. For nuclear power submarines, for their satellites and so on. So this exchange, this cooperation is very concerning.
I think it's also fascinating, and I wonder about sort of the broader impact of this pariah state being needed. It's now needed by Russia in its war in Ukraine, and how that changes Kim Jong-un's mindset.
So Kim is a bad leader because he doesn't give up power? I'm not going to pretend to know and fully understand the inner machinations of the Hermit Kingdom. Okay, the true Jusha kingdom, the Jusha ideology lives on. I don't know. Like I said, everything I read on the matter seems to be pointing in a positive direction, all things considered. Having said that, however, no, I do not believe that it is a nice place to live, nor do I think that the DPRK government is a decent one that truly puts the interests of its citizens first and foremost. Although there has been a decent level of development. For reference, DPRK has 13,000 plus guns in the range of Seoul at any given time. Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Like, they have artillery directed at Seoul.
Emboldens him as he gains.
Wait, here's a picture of Biden visiting a memorial dedicated to the village capture of John McCain. Translation on the sign. Here on the 26th of October, 1967, at Trukbok Lake in the capital city of Hanoi, John Sidney McCain was shot out of the sky in his A-4 aircraft by local citizens militia defending Yen Phu. There were 10 other planes shot down on the same day. Joe Biden visits the McCain Memorial in Hanoi, Vietnam. I miss him. I miss him. He was a good friend. No way! Are you fucking joking? It's literally him hanging. Yo! Bro, this is what, like, Fox News at a different time would have picked this apart, dude. Fox News at a different time, like Obama did not even half of this. And they were like, he went on a global apology tour. He's black. Have I mentioned that he's black? And he went on a global apology tour to all of our socialist adversaries around the world. This is so sick. They made a monument out of his biggest L. Vietnam has a monument to John McCain's skill issue. Yeah, this is so fire. I didn't even know this was a real thing. Memorial my ass. That's why none of these Vietnamese officials are participating in this nonsense. I love this. This is so sick. Dude, after America lost the 9/11 buff, it fell off so hard. It's insane. The propaganda isn't nearly as strong. I mean, I think it's just, they just need a good new war,
This new weapons technology from Russia, does it make North Korea more dangerous?
It's absolutely right. This is what I'm saying about Putin. Russia is supposed to be a patron of North Korea, not
No, Ukraine is not that war. Americans are not dying in Ukraine, and Russia didn't attack America. Like, dude, just look to military recruitment numbers. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? The military recruitment numbers show you how unpatriotic this fucking country is. And by that, I mean, like, nobody gives a shit because it's just like our entire, this entire project hinges on like reacting to active threats. Okay, proxy wars do not fill that void for us. It just doesn't happen.
Asking 198th ranked economy in the world that cannot feed its own population for help.
Yeah.
But North Korea loves to play China of Russia. So what's interesting is what China's response is going to be all about this, because it's going to make North Korea less dependent on China if you can also rely on Russia for aid and technology and so on. So we'll see what China's reaction is. But yes, Kim Jong-un is, he.
For the record, this lady is literally CIA. And I don't mean like Johnny Harris CIA. Like, she literally is CIA. Okay? Sue me, Terry. I think she was on that one propaganda video that we watched about North Korea where she was like saying two things about North Korea. Like, I think she was like CIA's like literal like Asia officer or something. But she was on that one video where she was like, in North Korea, they execute you for having a DVD. And then simultaneously, she was like, in North Korea, they imprisoned someone for what the fuck was it? It was like, first she said they kill you or they do something worse than kill you, but I won't reveal it. And then simultaneously she was like, but also they're not. They're just like arresting people for selling DVDs or something.
Already the external environment was favorable for North Korea in terms of their nuclear missile program, expanding it. United Nations Security Council could not do absolutely anything about this because Russia and China refused to help. It refused to implement sanctions and refused to pressure North Korea. So yes, absolutely, Kim Jong-un is emboldened, and there's absolutely no repercussions for his actions.
Can we step back into Poppy's kind of great point in question there? Kim Jong-un leaving the country, not something that happens very often. I think last time.
Like, what is... There's truth to what she's saying here. However, DPRK is very sensitive about their dependence on China, want to balance their influence. That could be opening for U.S.-NK relations, but we prefer things as they are. Keeps the South under our thumb. It's just like what the fuck? What the fuck are they supposed to do? I don't get it. Like, what the fuck are they supposed to do? What are they, like, why are they not allowed to partner up with Russia? If I'm Kim Jong-un, I'm fucking partnering up with Russia any day of the week, okay? Why the fuck would I give a shit about what America cares or what America needs? Like, America has fucked me, okay? Fucked me, fuck my family, fuck my people. Why would I ever give a shit? I'd be like, here, take all the artillery. Yes, give us some new weapons technology that we will implement in North Korea. It's just like, we'll lighten the Chinese burden a little bit. We'll do a little share of spread of blame and share.
Time he met with Putin was in 2019. Him leaving, what does this say about him? Can you tell people?
Yeah, what is America going to do to North Korea? Sanction them? Like, what are they going to do? Exactly. Well, what are we going to do? Sanction them? Are we going to stop trade with North Korea? Oh, man. What are we going to do? Are we going to I don't know, investigate cryptocurrency fraud or something? I don't, like, what's going to happen?
Who he is known kind of as a hermit-like leader in a hermit-like kingdom to some degree.
Well, North Korea is one of the most isolated countries in the world, and their leaders don't like to leave the country. Yes, they don't like to fly. Often they take trains. Remember that Hanoi
Yeah, I wonder why.
summit where Kim Jong-un rode 70 hours on a train to go and meet with President Trump and come back. I think it says that he's now feeling a little more relaxed.
Hey, by the way, Yeonmi Park, the fuck do you mean? Yeonmi Park was talking about how these trains don't run and people have to fucking push them. Seems like this train is running. The fuck was that about?
Right? He was during COVID years. North Korea was complete lockdown, and now he's actually going out, and now he wants to, act like a normal leader of a normal country, which we know that he's not a normal leader of a normal country.
We appreciate it, Sumi Terry. Thank you for all the analysis.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, joining us now is the former European Affairs Director at the National Security Council, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. Sir, thanks so much for your time. I want to start there before we kind of dig in a little bit more on Ukraine and the idea of what we're seeing and what it means near term and longer term with this meeting between these two leaders. What's your sense of things?
Thanks for having me on. So I wouldn't overstate too much what this meeting means. Certainly, it means that Putin is in a somewhat of a desperate situation, trying to acquire munitions that are severely depleted during this war effort. A lot of this would be have been coordinated ahead of time, so he had some promises in that regard. It's not entirely clear what the Koreans are getting in return. Probably something in the form of advanced technologies, probably something in the form of hard currency. What's striking to me is that Putin.
I love this because, like, so on the one hand, you have Russia getting their munitions, artillery, from North Korea. On the other hand, you have Ukraine getting their munitions, artillery rounds, from South Korea. Perfectly balanced, as things should be. Okay? The fuck are we doing? What is happening? Koreans are at the driver's seat. Yes. They're the ones who are. Turns out this was actually not a proxy war between the United States, Russia, and China. Turns out this was a proxy war between the popular Korea and not popular Korea.
Putin didn't attend either the BRICS summit. The South Africans said that they couldn't guarantee the fact that they wouldn't take action against them. He didn't attend the G20, but he's flying all the way from Moscow to Vladivostok to meet Kim Jong-un. Not a good turn of events for somebody that positions himself as a world leader. But I think the fact is
wait, why?
Are
Wait, what? Like this, bro? I swear to God, foreign policy analysis on mainstream media is just like saying things. Okay, like why? I don't understand. Like I actually don't understand why that's like what does that mean? Why is that a bad thing? Like, oh, this spells trouble for Russia. Like fuck Putin for sure, but also like why does this spell trouble for Russia and also North Korea somehow?
We're going to see some North Korean munitions start to arrive in the war effort.
For the record, this is not new. Like they've been doing this already. I'm pretty sure that North Korea has already been supplying artillery to Russia before this meeting. Just like South Korea has been supplying artillery to Ukraine before this happened.